Alright, so part 2 of the continuation of the first video, I had to kind of abruptly stop it because I'm picking up groceries and the person was coming up to the car, so and I think it's kind of awkward if I'm doing a video. I mean, who gives a fuck, but I do. But so I basically just wanted to continue on the conversation about illusions and being disillusioned, and like, to add to that, it's such a dangerous freaking game. It's such a dangerous game, and it's dangerous because you literally like lose your core. You lose your core values. You lose a big chunk of yourself by trying to hold on to this illusion, because you find yourself having to pretend to be a person that you're not. Having to pretend to be this person just to survive being in a situation. Again, with friends, family. Like, some people have parents that are, that have, I'll say low vibrational traits, like being narcissistic, and just nothing that you say do they hear or understand. Do they care to understand? And again, as I mentioned, it's on purpose. It's on purpose for you to feel, misunderstood. And I'm just gonna tell you, years and years of feeling like that, like, it beats you fucking down. It beats you down, it wears you down. And if you are a person who has self-awareness, I won't even, like, even if you're religious and you have self-awareness, you have common sense, but you also know yourself, and you just know yourself. You've done the work to try to heal from the things that have hurt you, whatever way that you go about it. When you've done the work and you started the work and you start to realize these patterns with these people, like, there's really nothing that you can do unless the people decide that they want to change. Unless they decide, they have to decide, hey, this no longer serves me, like, my relationship is not working because XYZ, and I know that there's work that I have to do on myself. But I'm just gonna be honest and just put it out there, 10 times out of 10, you likely won't get that, because the people are so stuck in being a victim themselves, because they have been hurt, because things have happened to them and they never healed. They are emotionally immature. Let's say something traumatic happened to them when they were 7. Well, they stay in that 7-year-old's mindset when it comes to things, really the fuck everything. But when it comes to handling emotions, they're not mature enough to know that the way that they're responding is not an adult response. They don't really know that it's a trauma response. And I have to be honest with myself too. Being in certain situations with certain people for so long, I do respond a certain way that's not always healthy. And the reason why I respond that way is because when I'm talking to this person whom I care about, want to grow with, learn with, friends, families, whatever, they don't hear me. They don't hear me. And as I go further along, I realize this is on purpose. Like, you purposely just don't want to understand and don't want to hear what it is that I'm saying because of your own things. And in turn, I end up having to guard myself and be the same type of way when I know deep down that's not the way that I am. I'm very caring. I'm very compassionate. I'm loyal to a fault. And that's another thing that I have to take back, is being loyal to people that are not loyal to me. But before I can even extend that outward, I have to be loyal to myself. And this is why my first video, that's why I said, like part one of this video, that's why I was saying, like, I have to go back to being true to myself. And I have to be honest, I've not done that this entire time. I've had bouts, I've had spurts, because I've been doing the work. I can say that I've consistently over the last few years have been doing the work to make sure that I level up, so that way I don't leave my children with the same trauma, so that way I can break those generational curses. But the problem is that when we link up with people who are not aware of what generational curses even are, they drag us down, they weigh us down, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting to have a conversation, to have a disagreement, let alone an argument. You're left feeling so drained. You're left feeling unheard, and you just feel resentful because the conversation completely went left. And I don't know about y'all, but for me, my whole cycle is that after I feel like a person has shaded me, I just stop talking to you. And that's not healthy. It's not. Especially if it's a person that I'm close with and live with. It's not healthy. But it just is what it is. You know, like, people are going to be who they are. People be people, and that's all I can really say. But all that you can really do is do your best to be true to you. And sometimes we find ourselves in compromising situations to where, you know, it may seem beneficial to be in a certain situation, but emotionally, mentally, the shit is taxing. It's taxing. It ages you. I'm grateful that I don't look like the shit that I've been through. I'm grateful. But I know that if I don't stop tolerate, if I continue to tolerate the things from people around me that I have been tolerating, it is going to age me. It is going to age me, and it's going to hit like a ton of bricks. So I know that I really have to be true to myself. And being true to myself is lifting the veil. It is ripping off the Band-Aid. It is just having those hard conversations with those people. Again, friends, family, whomever. We have to do it so that way we don't lose ourselves. It's so easy to lose yourselves in relationships. And please understand, it's not just limited to romantic relationships. This is extended to friendships. That one-sided ass friendship. You know, you constantly checking up on people, and, you know, the family member who, you know, you try to have a connection with, and they're not hearing it either. You know, you begin to feel a certain type of way. But again, as I am progressing and leveling up, I am learning that it has nothing to do with me and everything to do with them. And so that is where I have to bow out gracefully, because doing anything else is only going to hurt me. It's not going to hurt them. Trying to stay in a situation and use things against them later, or tally up the marks so that way you can throw it in their face, like, and that is never even the intent. But I know that other people do that, and I just have to be honest with myself. And it's on my heart to share this information for us to remain true to ourselves, our true nature. If your true nature is a hoe, then go be a hoe. If your true nature is being whatever, like, go be that. If you decide, I'm gonna be a dog today, okay, go be a dog. And I don't mean like cheating. I mean, like, some people, the world is just, it's changing, it's evolving. And honestly, there's nothing really that shocks me anymore. Like, the shock value, the shock factors, I'm not shocked anymore. It's like I am numb to it all. So, I cannot give advice because I'm not a psychotherapist, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a counselor, none of that. But all I can say, just speaking from real life experience, is be true to yourself. Be yourself authentically. So authentically that if somebody does challenge it, you laugh, because you're just like, like, I know who I am. So you trying to tell me who I am, it doesn't work. And I also know that it's projection. So yeah, I just encourage us all to be true to ourselves. That's the best thing that you can do. You save yourself so much heartache. You save yourself so much pain. You save yourself so much anger if you just can be yourself. When you are not being authentic to you, yeah, you'll stay in a situation, but you're angry. Everything that you do is, you're angry about it. It doesn't make you happy. It doesn't give you joy. You look at it as a job. You look at it as a task. It's like having a job that pays decently and you're always having to deal with bullshit. Like, your boss is shitty and you be crying in the car before you gotta go in and you really fucking hate it, but you stay because maybe the job market is not good. So it's better to have a job than not to have a job at all, right? And I can, like, for real, I know that. But, excuse me, you just have to be honest with yourself and always understand that whatever it is, like, it can be replaced. So what? The relationship with you and your family member didn't work out. Like, when you're able to let go of that, your tribe will come. Your tribe will come. And your tribe might just be one person. It might be one person or two people. One person that maybe is a mentor to you. A person that, can guide you, can love you the way that you desire to be loved. Because that's, at the end of the day, that's all that we really want. That's really all that all of us really wants. It's just that some of us are stuck in childhood and we don't know how to get out of it. And knowing that, it's still not an excuse, because you're an adult now. So you're responsible for you, and you're responsible for how you respond, how you react, how you do things or lack thereof. You're responsible. You may not be responsible for the trauma that happened to you, but as an adult, it is now your responsibility to get up and do what it is that you need to do to make you better. And that is that on that. I don't think I introduced myself. I just jumped right into it. I am Magical Shante 888. If this is your first time joining me, thank you so much for joining. If it's not, welcome back. Check out my other content. Subscribe. This is part 2 of the first video that I just did. I do plan on uploading these likely today. I'll hold myself accountable to do that today. If you are in Texas, stay warm, stay safe, stay off the roads, as I'm at the store, but I'm right up the street from home, so I'll be home in a moment. But just make sure that you value yourself enough to know when something ain't right. Listen to your intuition. And I'm just going to keep on repeating it. It's not limited to romantic relationships. It is family relationships, sibling relationships, relationships with cousins, relationships with aunties, uncles. Like, it's a lot, you know, of shit that's really just going down. And a lot of it is not talked about because we just go through it. But I felt compelled to just discuss where I'm at currently. Like, I'm at a place to where I realize I must remain true to who it is that I am. I have to remain true to who it is that I am. I can't do anything else, because nothing else aligns for me when I'm not being true to myself. Things will still come because, you know, they do, but things flow to me way more effortlessly when I'm being true to who I am. And I let those things that do not serve me fall away. I challenge you to surrender to the things that no longer serve you. Surrender, let them go, let them wash away. And I am working on doing the same. Again, I'm Magical Shante 888. If you enjoy my content, or if you enjoyed this video, I have plenty more. I do readings and chit chats and all that. This is kind of like a chit chat, but it's a real heart to heart moment that I think that a lot of people are experiencing. We all experience these things, just sometimes at different times. So whenever you see this video, I hope that it resonates with your heart and your soul and your spirit. And yeah, I will check you in the next one. Peace.